Good morning FYBSc students. Today we are going to discuss the syllabus of the academic year 2020-2021. Students, for botany paper first, the plant life and utilization for semester first, paper first, BO 111. The syllabus is implemented from last academic year, that is 2019 to 2020, which is choice based credit system. First of all, the students very much congratulate to all of you for achieving the success in 12th science examination and for choosing the BSc field for your career. So, in this syllabus the syllabus covers the 2 credits. The credit first is of 15 lectures and is of the 15 hours. This in first credit there is the first chapter, that is introduction. In this introduction, the first point is general outline of the plant kingdom. That is, when you are going to classify the plants on the basis of presence of the flowers and absence of the flowers, that is, the plants are classified into 2 groups, that is the cryptogams and the phanerogams. The cryptogams are the plants in which the flowers are absent, and phanerogams are the group of the plants in which the flowers are present. Cryptogams again divides into 2 types, that is lower cryptogams and higher cryptogams. In the lower cryptogams, in the evolutionary trends, these group of the plants are primitive as compared to the other groups. The first lower cryptogam is the Thallophyta. Thallophyta means what? That is simple thalloid body. There are absence of root, stem and leaves, and in this one there are the different plants are there, plant groups are there, that is algae, fungi and lichens. And next group of the cryptogams is higher cryptogams, that is in the evolution these higher cryptogams are nothing but the bryophytes and pteridophytes. The bryophytes are the group of the plants in which there are the plant body which is dorsi-ventrally flat and sex organs are present on the dorsal surface. One more thing, there are the root like structure which are known as the rhizoids, and male sex organ is known as the antheridium, whereas female sex organ is known as the archegonium. And these group of the plants, those are found in the hilly area in the period of the rainy season, and these plants are attached to the substratum with the help of root like structure known as the rhizoids by their ventral surface. Then next group is the pteridophytes. These pteridophytes group of the plants, which includes in the higher cryptogams, these plants have, or from this group of the plants there are arising the presence of vascular bundles. So, these pteridophytes are known as the vascular cryptogams, that is from this group there are the arising or development of the vascular bundles are takes place. Then one more group, that is on the basis of the flowers, the next group is the phanerogams, that is the flowers are present in which the seeds are present, that is as the phanerogams have the presence of the flowers, they also have the presence of the seed, and as they have the presence of the seed, so these phanerogams are known as the spermatophyta. The meaning of this one is nothing but the sperma means the seed and phytons means the group of the plants. So, these phanerogams on the basis of nature of the seed, they are divided into two groups, that is gymnosperms and the angiosperms. These gymnosperms are the group of the plants in which the seeds are always naked on the megasporophyll, and these seeds are, or this ovule are remains as it is for long period. So, they are known as the gymnosperm. That is, name itself indicates that they are made up of two words, that is gymno means naked and sperma means the seeds, the group in which the seeds are always open or ovule is always open or naked. And one more thing, in the gymnosperm there are the pollination is not takes place with the help of pollinating agents like butterflies, insects or birds. Why? Because the flowers are in the form of cone and these flowers are not so attractive. So, pollination in this group is takes place with the help of wind, which is known as the anemophilous type of the pollination. And in some cases of the gymnosperm, that is the Pinus, the pollen grain is of winged type, that is they have the presence of two wings on either side, and with the help of these it migrates from one place to the another, that is with the help of wind. So, the pollination is with the help of wind, that is anemophilous type. Then the growth of the gymnosperm is comparatively very slow, and the stem is branched or unbranched and having two types of the branches, that is branch of limited growth and branch of unlimited growth, and it have the flower in the form of cone, that is it may be male cone or female cone. Sometimes the male and female cone are present on one and the same plant, or they are present on the two different plants, that is the male cone is present on the male plant and the female cone is present on the female plant. Then the single fertilization, which is the character of gymnosperm, and maximum members of these gymnosperms, they are climber and they are ornamentally used in the gardens as well as the parks or in front of the offices or in the premises of the colleges as well as universities. The next group of the phanerogams is the angiosperm. The angiosperm are the group of the plants which indicates, the name itself indicates that angion and sperma, that is group of the plants in which the seeds are enclosed inside the fruit wall or inside the ovary, they are known as angiosperms. The flower is made up of the four parts, four verse, that is the calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium, which are inserted, which are found on the thalamus, and this flower remains attached to the branch or to the stem with the help of the stalk, which is known as the pedicel. Then flowers are so attractive, so pollination of the flower is takes place with the help of the pollinating agents, that is the butterflies, insects, birds, even human beings. So, these flowers are so attractive and they have the capacity to produce the seeds. Then the double fertilization and triple fusion is the character of the angiosperms, and angiosperms are found in the different areas, geographical areas, that is known as the ecological areas, that is known as the, due to that these plants are classified, those are found in the different habitats, and these groups are xerophytes, hydrophytes, mesophytes and halophytes. The xerophytes are the group of the plants, those are found in the xeric area where comparatively water is less and the soil is in the form of sand. So, these plants are known as the xerophytes. Then hydrophytes are the group of the plants, those are found in the water where there are the comparatively more water is present, and mesophytes are the group of the plants, those are found in the moderate supply of the water where there is neither less water nor more water, but more moderate supply of the water is there, and in such area these plants are found, it is known as the mesophytes. And again the next group of the plants which are found near to the sea, that is in the saline water, which is known as the halophytes, and such group of the plants are the example of these plants is known as the mangroves, which in which there are the negatively geotrophic type of the roots are found, which is known as the nematophores. So, these are the characters of the angiosperms, and flowers of the angiosperms are arranged or develops in such a way that they gets pollinate with the help of the insects, with the help of butterflies or with the help of birds to suck the sweet fluid from the nectary. The number of visitors, that is the pollinating agents, they visit to the flower and pollinate automatically, the pollination of this flower is takes place. So, these angiosperms are the group of the plants, those having the presence of the seed which is enclosed inside the fruit, or presence of the ovule which is enclosed inside the ovary. So, these angiosperms, example of these angiosperms are roses, then hibiscus, then vinca, then mango, number of examples, that is maize is there, then jawar is there, then rice is there, then bajra is there. These are the all examples of the angiosperms, that is there are the presence of root, stem and leaves. Again they are found in the any type of the habitats, and they have the presence of habit like herb, shrub and tree. These angiosperms are furtherly divided into two groups, that is known as the dicotyledons and monocotyledons. The name itself indicates that the first group is the dicotyledons. Dicotyledons means what? The plant with two cotyledons, that is the seed having two cotyledons inside the seed, that is we can mix the two equal parts of the seed, and it have the different morphological as well as the anatomical character. The example of the dicotyledon plant is the groundnut, mango, then tamarindos, then hibiscus, then sunflower, then roses. These are the different examples of the dicotyledons. So, morphological characters of the dicotyledons is that the root system is the tap root system, means it have the main root and which is supported by the number of the rootlets. So, this is the first character. Then second character is that stem is branched and there is the absence of nodes and internodes. Then in case of the leaf, the character is that the leaves shows the reticulate venation and the leaves have the presence of number of venlets. Then the flowers are always pentamerous, which is the character of dicotyledons. When we concentrate on the anatomical structure, this anatomical structure is that the vascular bundles are arranged in the form of ring in transverse section, and vascular bundles are conjoint, collateral and open type. Why they are known as open type? That is, in between calyx and corolla, in between the xylem and phloem, there are the presence of cambium ring. So, they are known as conjoint, collateral and open type of vascular bundle. Then the inside the root, the vascular bundles are always radial type, and these vascular bundles are arranged in the form of tetrarch condition. Tetrarch means what? The four patches of xylem and phloem are alternate to one another, and they are found in the form of the patches. So, they are known as the tetrarch type of the condition. Then, in case of the monocotyledons, the root system is of adventitious types, means the number of the rootlets are found there, and there is no any main roots, number of rootlets are found there. So, this root is known as the adventitious type of root. Stem is made up of, or stem is always with the help of nodes and internodes, and stem is unbranched. So, in case of this one, the leaves shows the parallel venation inside the leaves, the parallel venation is there, and the seeds shows, or these flowers are always trimerous. The flowers are in the form of trimerous. These are the morphological characters. But when we concentrate, or in the syllabus, when we want to discuss on the anatomical characters in the monocot, the vascular bundles are arranged in the stem in the form of scattering, means there is no any pattern of the vascular bundles in the form of arrangement, but they are scattering. One more thing, the vascular bundles are arranged by the scattering form, but there are the presence of the vascular bundle, that is conjoint, collateral and close, means in between phloem and xylem there is the absence of the vascular bundle is there. So, they are known as conjoint, collateral and close type of vascular bundle. And inside the root, when we take the TS of the root, the radial type of the vascular bundles are there, and they are arranged in the form of polyarch condition, means there are the many patches of phloem and xylem, those are arranged radially and they are present one after another, that is known as the radial type of the vascular bundle, which are the polyarch type of the condition. Then second topic is the algae. Algae is the group of the plants which are aquatic in nature, means what? Those plants which are found in the water, they are known as the algae, that is plants which are found in the water, that is known as the, or algae are found in the water. But all plants or those plants are found in the water, every plant is not algae. So, algae is the microscopic or macroscopic. They are found in the fresh water as well as marine water. The character of this algae is that it belongs to the Thallophyta, that is there is the absence of the root, stem and leaves, and plant body is very simple, that is known as the thallus. Zootrophically, that is these algae are always autotrophic in nature, means there are the presence of, or there is the capacity to produce their own food material. They are found, that is some algae, those are the marine water algae, that is known as the collarpa is there, Padina is there. These algae are found in the marine water, but so many algae are found in the fresh water, that is known as the freshwater algae, that is Spirogyra is there, Oedogonium is there, then Zygnema is there, then Chara is there. So, such type of the algae, those are the freshwater algae. Then we must be focused in the syllabus in future, that is the classification of algae given by Bold and Wine up to the classes with the reason. And the next point in the algae, that is we must concentrate, or the point expect in this syllabus, is life cycle of the Spirogyra. The Spirogyra is the group of the plant which are found in the fresh water especially, and this Spirogyra is unbranched filamentous alga or filamentous algae. These Spirogyra, that is the where they are found, how they are looks like, that is habit and habitat, how they are looks like, where is the location of these Spirogyra, how they are, how there is structure of the thallus is there, then what is the structure of the typical cell, that is how the typical cell is looks like, that is in the typical cell there are the presence of the chloroplast, that is ribbon shaped chloroplast, then pyrenoid bodies are there, then nucleus is there, this nucleus gets suspended by the cytoplasmic strand and presence of the cell wall, and then inside the cell there are the presence of cytoplasm. Then next point must be concentrate on the reproduction, that is the Spirogyra reproduces by vegetative, asexual and sexual method, and lastly it must concentrate by the systematic position with the reason. And the what is the utilization of algae in the biofuel industry, then agriculture industry, then pharmaceutical industry, and especially for food and fodder, such point must be discussed in this syllabus. Then in case of the first credit, the third chapter is that the lichens. What is lichen? Lichen is the symbiotic association of algae and fungi. What are the general characters of algae? Lichens. These lichens are found in the hilly area and they are found symbiotically. These lichens shows the character like they shows the these are the pollution indicator, that is where the pollution is less comparatively in this area, these lichens are found there. And next point in this syllabus is the nature of association. Just like I told you, there is the symbiotic association in between the algae and fungi. The both members comes together and it forms a lichen. That is the first one is the algae and second one is the fungi. That is algae provides the food material and in returns of that fungi provides the coiling property and togetherly to form a lichen. Morphologically, there are the different types of different forms of the lichens, that is crustose lichen, foliose lichen and fruticose lichen. These are the three types or three forms of lichen which are morphologically found. The crustose lichen name itself indicates that the body of these lichens are just looks like in the form of the painting, means crustose lichen is very difficult to remove from the host or to remove from the substratum where it remains attached. So, it looks like only paint and so it is very difficult to remove from this one. Then the next lichen is the foliose lichen. The foliose lichen is the lichen which is looks like as the leaf and on this foliose lichen there are the sex organs in the form of the ascospores, in which the ascospores are found there, which are found in the apotheca. They are found on the dorsal surface. And as compared to the crustose lichen, the foliose lichen are very easy to remove from the substratum to which it remains attached. Means they are looks like as a leaf, and they are very easy to remove from the substratum. Then the fruticose lichen. The fruticose lichen is the suspended lichen which remains attached to the substratum, especially to the branches of the stem. And these suspended form lichens, that is fruticose lichen, having fruiting bodies, and these fruiting bodies are in the form of apotheca, in which ascospores are found. Then in this syllabus we must concentrate on what are the economic importance of the lichens, what are the uses of the lichens, what are the utilization of the lichens, that is for what purposes these lichens are used. It is known as the utilization of lichens. Then in the credit second is of the 15 lectures and having the 15 hours. The first chapter, that is the fourth chapter in the credit second, is the fungi. That is, fungi are the group of the plants, those are heterotrophic, nutritionally they are heterotrophic. Means what? They haven't the capacity to produce the food material, but they can produce their own food material, or they can absorb their own food material from the other plants. So, nutritionally they are heterotrophic, and they depends on the other plants, other host, and depends on that these fungi are divided into the different types, different groups, that is the parasitic fungi, then saprophytic fungi, as well as the symbiotic fungi. The parasitic fungi is the fungi in which the host is always living, and on this host these fungi are surviving. It is known as the parasitic fungi. For example, there is the fungi like albigo. This albigo is found on the living plants, especially on the members of family Cruciferae, that is Brassica juncea or Raphanus sativum, then Brassica oleracea. These are the different types of the plants, that is members of family Cruciferae, that they are the mustard, cabbage, Raphanus sativum, that is the radish. These plants are the host of the fungi, that is the albigo fungi are found on these plants, and hence these fungi is known as the parasitic fungi. The next fungi is known as the saprophytic fungi. The saprophytic fungi are nothing but the fungi on which the fungi are developed, the host is always dead. Means on the dead and decaying matter, when fungi are living, it is known as the saprophytic fungi. These examples of the saprophytic fungi is the mushroom is there, that is the agaricus, which grows on the dead and decaying matter, and by which there is the one business which is created by the different types of the workers, different types of the scientists to develop the artificial cultivation of the mushroom, that is the agaricus or pleurotus. Then next point must be concentrate as the classification of fungi according to Ainsworth. Then next point which must be concentrated in the syllabus, that is the life cycle of mushroom, that is Agaricus bisporus, with respect to habit and habitat, that is where they are found, how they are looks like. Then structure of the thallus, that is actually how the thallus looks like, that is presence of the stipe, presence of the annulus, presence of the pileus. This structure of these all parts, they are known as the structure of thallus. Then structure of sporocarp, then structure of gills, that is while cutting the thallus, how the gills are found, how the spore prints are found. Such type of the all things must be discussed in this syllabus. Then reproduction, that is in case of the fungi, the reproduction takes place with the help of sexual and sexual, that is asexual types. Then it must be supported by the point like systematic position or classification of the fungi. Then in case of these fungi, the last point is the utilization of fungi in industry, agriculture, food and pharmaceuticals. Broadly speaking, this is the economic importance of the fungi. Then next group of the plants is nothing but the bryophytes, which is of the 6th lecture. The first point in this bryophyte is introduction to bryophytes. The bryophytes are the plants, those are known as the amphibians, means they are found on the land as well as they are found in the water or at the bottom of the water resources. Then bryophytes are the plant body which are dorsiventrally flat, and there are the presence of sex organs on the dorsal surface, and the root like structure known as the rhizoids, those are present on the ventral surface, and additionally there are the presence of the root like structure that is known as the rhizoids, and apical notch is present at the above side, that is the at the growing point of the thallus. And one more thing, that is water is required for the process of fertilization. Then next point must be concentrated, that is the classification according to the G. M. Smith. Then the next point is the life cycle of Rixia. Rixia is the thallus which is small and which remains attached to the substratum with the help of root like structure which is known as the rhizoids. These in this Rixia there are the sex organs, that is the male sex organ is known as the antheridium, whereas female sex organ is known as the archegonium. And on the one and the same filament, one and the same thallus, both the sex organs are present, and from that the from male sex organ, that is antheridium, the antherozoids are migrated with the help of water, and these antherozoids gets or it reach towards the female sex organ, that is known as the mouth of archegonium, and inside this archegonium there are the presence of the parts which is known as the egg, and in this egg there is the union of this sperm with the egg is takes place, and there is the formation of zygote is takes place, which is very important character in case of this one. Then we must concentrate on the reproduction in the Rixia. There are the vegetative type of reproduction is present there, that is by decaying the apical notch of the thallus, the formation of the two thallus are takes place vegetatively, or sometimes asexual and sexual reproduction must be discussed. Then structure of sex organs, just I told you there are the two very attractive and very important sex organs are present there, that is the first sex organ is known as the antheridium and the second sex organ is known as the archegonium. Means male and female respectively, they are present in case of this one, that is the male sex organ is known as the antheridium and female sex organ is known as the archegonium. Both the sex organs are well developed and then the fertilization takes place in case of this one. Then structure of mature sporophyte, which must be studied in this one, and how the spores of Rixia is looks like, what is the nature of the spores of the Rixia. And lastly, it must be supported by systematic position with the region. What is the classification of these bryophytes? And lastly, it must support by the economic importance of the bryophytes, that is ecological indicators, then agriculture, fuel and industry and medicine. These are the different types of the uses. In case of this syllabus, we must concentrate on the such type of the points which is very important and by which we can cover the proper syllabi. Then these are the number of books for the purpose of referencing when you are wants to be take the extra knowledge from the this field, then it have the such type of the syllabus. Then thank you very much. This is sufficient for today. Then stay home, stay safe and have a good day. Thank you very much.